Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
To help that other person de-escalate their emotions so that they can have a safe, comfortable ride home.
Thousands of students in the FM Metro use the bus to get to and from school. And while they aren't worrying about that now, the people who drive those buses are busy. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Andrea has the evening off. Nowadays, a bus driver's job includes more than just getting students from point A to point B. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric looks into what drivers are learning in order to keep your students safe.
You're just weeks away from your little ones boarding these yellow monsters to whisk them off to school. But beyond the driving skills, does there need to be more?
Yeah, I think they could use additional training to make sure that they know how to handle certain situations, just like how teachers and paraprofessionals are also trained.
Definitely paying them a little bit more, and for sure better training and just kind of appreciating them more.
Valley Bus handles student transportation for Fargo Public Schools, and they tell me student management is the hardest part of the job. Valley Bus holds training sessions throughout the year, not just before school starts, adding that sometimes kids get out of hand and the driver may have to pull over and have a chat.
Last year we highlighted nonviolent crisis intervention, and that really focuses on verbal de-escalation skills, how not to increase a problem.
Director of Transportation Dan Bacon says bus drivers in Moorhead get training on a wide range of topics, including bullying.
It's happening on the bus, it's also happening other places, and students need to have some help to overcome that.
Bacon adds that the skills being taught to drivers now are the same skills needed back when you went to school. Parents, too, have a hand in bus safety. Teach your kids to not approach the bus until the driver signals to do so, and teach them good bus behavior. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Moorhead students will head back to class September 8th. Fargo students go back to school August 25th. North Dakota's health department has given the go-ahead for a controversial hog farm operation planned for near Buffalo, North Dakota. Rolling Green Family Farms will now be eligible for an operating permit. They are planning to build a farm which will house more than 9,000 hogs. The health department decision was made despite many in and around the community of Buffalo protesting the proposal. Opponents say that they're worried that the odor and water issues will have a key negative for the area as far as property values. The health department says that it has added conditions to that permit to address the water and odor concerns. We have a crew in Buffalo and we'll have reaction tonight on Valley News Live 10 at 10. Fargo police asking for your help in locating a missing juvenile. 17-year-old Maximilian Eccleston was last seen at his North Fargo home last night. He's 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 125 pounds. Maximilian is believed to be wearing this same white T-shirt and gray Reebok tennis shoes with salmon stripes. Eccleston's father tells us that Maximilian loves art and may have a sketchbook with him. If you have any information on his whereabouts, contact 701-451-7660. A man is facing felony charges accused of luring minors using an app called Whisper. Documents say Fargo police got a tip from the National Center for for Missing and Exploited Children that an account belonging to this man, Lance Tessman, was looking for females ages 10 to 13 for sexual purposes. A search warrant was issued for his phone where evidence of child porn was found. Tessman could face a minimum 1-year sentence in jail and have to register as a sex offender if he is convicted. It's Friday. Here's a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Zachary Gilbert is wanted for several charges, including felony theft of property and forgery. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs nearly 270 pounds. Call Fargo Police or your local law enforcement agency if you have any information on Gilbert's whereabouts. 2 teenagers were hurt after a rollover in a North Dakota farm field. The crash happening southeast of Wyndmere around 11:30 last night. The Richland County Sheriff's Office says 15-year-old Ryan Lindsay of Wyndmere drove through a T intersection into a field and rolled the vehicle. He was not wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the car. A passenger, 17-year-old Chase Anderson, was also hurt. Both Lindsay and Anderson were taken to the hospital. No word yet on the extent of their injuries, but the sheriff's office says the car was totaled. Initial damage shows the tornado in Rolette and Towner counties this week was an EF2. Maximum wind gusts were estimated to be at least 120 miles per hour, And the 20-mile path of damage shows the tornado was more than a half-mile wide at times. The National Weather Service says that destruction was clearly evident across the area southwest of Agate, North Dakota. The tornado weakened a bit between Agate and Bisbee and then became wide and strong northwest of Bisbee. The National Weather Service also reports that wind speeds in the Monaga, Minnesota area were in the 100-mile-per-hour range. Straight-line winds caused many trees to topple over and even a pontoon flip on its side. Far from that today, it's been quiet and rather pleasant outside. Let's toss it over to Hutch for a word on what we can expect on this Friday night. Hutch?
Well, at the pace we were going this week, we'll take it. Quiet, the wind has settled down. We do have a few places that are breezy at best. 21-mile-per-hour gusts in Thief River Falls. Best chance of continued wind will be in northwest Minnesota this evening. Temperatures near 80 in the Red River Valley, but 60s in Baudette with that cool northwest flow and passing clouds and showers in your area. It will be a little cooler for your evening. Tonight, because the air is so dry, we'll quickly see the 60s return. Light and variable winds overnight, a comfortable night to crack the windows open. Looks like it's going to be a good start to the weekend. I'll have details on what you can expect weather-wise, and we'll let you know when our storm chances return.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago today that the Bison Turf in North Fargo went up in flames. The Fargo Fire Marshal says that they're still finishing up the report and expect to release something, hopefully next week. On the day of the fire, the owner told Valley News Live that he thought it may have started from an exhaust fan or it was a result of an electrical issue. The fire marshal says they're checking into possible electrical or structural issues within the building. The owner says he plans to rebuild that iconic bar. Thousands of people are either in Lakes Country for WeFest or they will be. Keep in mind, Minnesota State Patrol is saying reinforcements have been brought in. Captain Brian Cheney says that they've called in extra troopers from across the state to help monitor the area over the next couple of days. Cheney says that they have extra cars out watching the roads, particularly along Highway 59. With upwards of 50,000 people on the grounds at Sioux Pass Ranch in Detroit Lakes this weekend, it's likely at least a few of them may run into a situation where they need some help. If that's the case, you can look for people in purple shirts. They are the official WeFest chaplains. Mike Krotsky is one of them, and he says their motto is to comfort, serve, and befriend. He says his crew will get to walk around the campsites and in the concert bowl, making friends with people and looking for anyone who may need help. He says that the chaplains will step in wherever they're needed and offer a clear perspective in a problematic situation.
If medical has a situation or security, usually we come along because we can come in as peacemakers, and or we can kind of watch other people's backs while they're dealing with the situation.
Kratzky is from Vergas, Minnesota, and when he's not looking out for people at WeFest, he works in prison ministry. WeFest continues tonight with Kid Rock as the headliner. Tim McGraw closes out the festival tomorrow night. 550 graduates received their diplomas at UND's summer commencement ceremony this afternoon. One of those graduates, Michelle Royce, received her degree 40 years after starting her college education. Royce started school at UND back in 1976. Marriage, raising 8 kids, and other aspects of life got in the way. During the last 40 years, Royce continued making a living with her passion for painting. After all this time, she'll finally have her college degree in visual arts to complement her life and her work.
No, I didn't set out to be an inspiration, but I've had some responses like that from some of my friends, and my kids are very supportive, and I think they find some inspiration, and that's gratifying to me.
It's never too late to try anything.
Absolutely.
Good attitude. Royce just sold one of her latest paintings to UND. It's going to hang in the new remodeled Wilkerson Dining Hall. Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day for thousands of families in Cass and Clay counties. It is the school supply shopping day, only most of the shopping is already done. Volunteers and United Way staff are busy organizing all backpacks and other essentials that many of you are contributing for the United Way's annual school supply drive. Distribution starts tomorrow. United Way officials say that they're expecting thousands of students from 65 schools. Any child attending school in Cass and Clay counties can get the backpack and the supplies. Families need to bring an ID and fill out a registration form, which you can get at the door or on the United Way website. Now, there are 2 distribution dates. Both are at the Fargo Dome. Tomorrow morning's hours are from 8 until 11, or you can go Tuesday afternoon and evening from 4 until 7. A similar event on a smaller scale is being planned by Children of Hope Child Care. This group is giving away 200 backpacks packed with school supplies for kids who need them. They will also be holding checks and haircuts available for health inspections. The best part of it all is it's free. The event starts tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. at Children of Hope Child Care at 3435 North Broadway, Fargo. Local counselors and ministries are sponsoring this bash that they hope to ensure that all kids can get what they need to go back to school. Some of you are motivated to watch the Olympics, others take it a step further. Later on Valley News Live at 6, hear from local swimmers who use the games to inspire them.
For most of us, dry and cool weather to close off the work week. A few passing showers this evening possible in northern Minnesota. Your forecast for the weekend is straight ahead.